Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to another episode of Nerd Mode. This being a show where I introduce you to a series that you may or may not be aware of. For today's episode, I'm going to talk about the TV series Psych. Like always, this isn't a review, it's just me talking about a series that I really like that I recommend you check out for yourself. Psych is a comedy mystery crime drama about Sean Spencer, a psychic who runs a business called, well, Psych. It's a play on words for psychic as well as psych, psych obviously meaning to deceive someone. Obviously, I'll kind of break that down in a little bit. He works with his business partner and longtime best friend, Burton Guster, aka Gus. They work alongside the Santa Barbara Police Department where they help solve crimes. They work alongside detectives Carlton Lassiter and Juliet O'Hara, all while under the watchful eye of Chief Vic. So earlier I mentioned the business being called Psych and Sean being a psychic. Well, he's actually a psychic. Why I'm putting quotes around it is because Sean is actually a fake. He actually isn't a psychic. He's only pretending to be one. The only people who initially know the truth is Gus as well as his dad. He's just very perceptive, being able to quickly pick up clues that many people might have just overlooked. That combined with his own deductive reasonings, he's able to figure out who the culprit is, more often than not just kind of stumbling through most cases. For him, being psychic is weirdly a lot more believable and understandable than what he actually does. It's a skill his dad, Henry, has basically ingrained in him ever since he was a kid, much to Sean's dismay. His father using everything as a teachable moment and or test. You see this in little flashback bits that usually take place at the beginning of each episode, which usually have a young Sean, often accompanied by Gus, doing something related to the theme of the episode or one of the said teachable moments that I mentioned earlier. It's an element that disappears in the later parts of the series. One notable aspect to Sean's whole process is his mannerisms when it comes to him having his psychic vision, which usually involve him making a fool of himself, usually flailing around and making very exaggerated movements. He does it for quite a while in the earlier parts of the series, but as the series progresses, he kind of pulls it back a little bit. I guess it can be seen as kind of his character's growth. A big part of the show is obviously the comedy aspect. Just the interactions between the characters, especially Sean and Gus, they can act like they're still kids on many different occasions. Sean can be a complete idiot on many different occasions, completely misunderstanding something, even the simplest of things. It's hard to say whether he's a full-blown idiot or whether or not this is part of his mad genius. Most people, myself included, think it's the former and not the latter. Gus tends to be the smart, more reasonable one, but he has his moments of getting swept up in Sean's madness. Even though the show is primarily a comedy, it does have a drama side to it as well, whether it be the relationships between the characters or even the cases that they work on. The series is jokey even when it comes to its cases, but there are some that have darker, more sinister elements to them. But even those cases still keep some of that comedy charm. The series is complete. It ended back in 2014 with a grand total of 120 episodes spanned across 8 seasons. That is also including the Psych musical that came out during season 7. Back in December of 2017, a Psych movie was released. It takes place 3 years after the final episode. But really, that's all I want to talk about in this video. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and good